You need to consistently train to absolute failure if you want to see optimal results. The majority of people who go to the gym regularly, they're not training as seriously, they're just training half-heartedly. They'll distract themselves from being on their phone, listening to music or podcasts, or even taking 5 whole minutes to do each set. You need to keep in mind that training is where the majority of the muscle is built. You can sleep well, eat well, not go out, not do stupid stuff, but if you're not training optimally, all of that is going to go straight out of the window. Your training is number one when it comes to muscle gain. If you truly want to build muscle as quickly as possible, you need your muscles to scream out begging for mercy. By the time you're done with each set, you should barely be able to move your muscles. If you have a leg day, by the time you're done, you should barely be able to walk. That's the type of training you need to be on if you truly want to see the best possible results. The next day you should be feeling sore if you want to see optimal results that are truly going to change your life. You definitely can make muscle just training normally, being relaxed, having 5 reps till failure, but you're going to hit a plateau earlier and you're not going to hit your peak physique in life. You're going to be leaving a lot in the tank. All of the pain and suffering that you go through in the gym is an indicator of how much muscle you're going to build in the long term. Don't be afraid to go through that pain. You need to learn how to embrace it. You need to learn how to just face it, because most people, they use distractions like music, podcasts, waiting around to hide away from this pain. But if you can accept it, then you can push yourself to the maximum. If you didn't know already, how building muscle actually works is when you train, you're actually giving yourself micro tears, so you're damaging the muscle a little bit every time. And when you recover by sleeping, just waiting around, not training for a couple of days, those micro tears repair and your muscle comes back bigger and stronger. So obviously, the harder you train, the more micro tears you're going to give yourself. And the more micro tears you give yourself, the bigger and stronger your muscles are going to be when they recover. So that's why training hard is extremely important. Very quickly, guys, I have a goal to reach 100k subscribers, and 98% of you guys aren't subscribed. It would make my day if you guys could subscribe. Different things such as diet and sleep can influence how quickly you recover, but the only thing that can influence how many micro tears you actually get is the training itself, which is why I'm putting so much emphasis on your training and how intensely you're training as well. Not every rep is built the same. The first rep you do in an exercise is not going to build nearly as much muscle as the last set you do, assuming you're going to failure. The harder the rep you're doing is, the more micro tears you're getting. Obviously, the first rep is going to be pretty easy, but the last rep is going to be extremely difficult, where you're barely able to get the weight up. That's the reps that actually build the most muscle. So when you back out early because you can't handle the pain, or you don't want to work out because it hurts, then that's what you're leaving on the table, the majority of the muscle. In combination with this, you also need to have the correct form and have controlled reps. If you don't do either of these and you're just swinging around the weight, you're going to be very likely to injure yourself. And the injury is terrible for muscle gain, because you're not going to be able to train for weeks and you're going to lose a lot of muscle, which you're going to have to make back. And also make sure you stretch before the workout to minimize any risk of injury, because injury is the biggest way to set yourself back. If you really want to push yourself, you can do what's called a drop set. So what it is, you do a normal set until failure. Once you're unable to lift that weight, you're going to reduce the weight without having any rest. So you're going to start off, let's say you're curling 14 kg. You're going to curl till you can't do it at all anymore. Then 12, then 10, then 8, 6, 4, 2. And then eventually, you're not even going to be able to lift the lightest weight anymore. That's when you know you've truly hit failure after that. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you cannot move at all after that. That's what's going to build the most muscle. Thank you guys very much for watching till the end of the video. If you did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing, as I have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers. Again, thank you very much.